And welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes of Encouragement. I'm DJ with HomeGrown Ministries, bringing you your encouraging word for the day. Just a quick reminder, if you like what you see here and you want to see more in the future, don't forget to subscribe to the HomeGrown Ministries YouTube channel. We also have a HomeGrown Ministries Facebook page, so try to find us there and hit that like button. Helps out a tremendous deal, and again, you'll get to see new content every day going forward. So today we're going to talk about the concept of predestination. Now, me personally, I want to talk about predestination because I know that I've talked to non-believers in the past, and this is a big contention for them. They'll tell me that, hey, if I'm already predestined to go to heaven or hell by God before I'm even created, before I have any choices, then I don't want to believe in that God. Well, guess what? I agree with you. I don't believe in that God either. Now, predestination has been around since Calvinism, has been around actually since before Calvinism with St. Augustine. And how that's defined is it's the divine foreordaining of all that will happen, especially in regards to something like salvation of some and not others. So that can be construed to say, hey, God already has determined where you're going, heaven or hell. Someone like John MacArthur, who's a current theologian, will tell you that. And when you ask John MacArthur, well then, if that's the case, why are you even preaching? He'll say, well, the Bible tells me to preach, so I preach. That's not good enough for me. That also, in my opinion, conflicts with the concept of free will that you do see throughout the entire Bible. So again, I always talk about talking about the Bible in context, in the full context of the Bible. I don't necessarily believe that there's enough in the Bible to justify predestination because it conflicts directly with free will. Now, what I want to talk about is something I call God's sovereignty. God is sovereign in everything. God controls everything in regards to nature, but He doesn't control your ability to choose. However, in 1 Chronicles 28:9, David, speaking to Solomon, says, "For the Lord searches every heart and understands every desire and every thought." And that plays into God's sovereignty. God created you. He knows everything there is to know about you. The good, the bad, the indifferent. What that also means is He knows, based on your character, what choices you're going to make if presented with a certain situation. The best analogy I have for this, from my human understanding, is my daughter. She's almost 3, and if I present her with a choice between a cookie and a carrot, she's going to choose the cookie every single time. I know that because I'm her dad. I know that because she's a kid. I know that because cookies are awesome and I would make the same choice. However, does that mean I made the choice for my daughter? No. Just because I know the decisions he's going to make doesn't mean that I'm making the decision for her. I might allow it to happen. I might say, hey, eat the cookie instead of the carrot even though it's bad for you because I want you to understand how choices and consequences work. But that doesn't mean that I'm making the choice for her. And I think God works the same way. So God knows everything there is to know about you. He created you. He knows your character. He knows, based on certain situations you're presented with, what choices you're going to make. He knows all that stuff because of His sovereignty in all situations. So again, I have to keep reiterating this. Just because God knows the choice you're going to make doesn't mean He's making that choice. But this is really encouraging. It should be really encouraging because A, the creator of the universe cares enough about you to know everything there is to know about you. I care deeply for my wife and I try to know everything that I can possibly know about her because I want to love her better. But I'll never be able to know everything there is to know about her because I'm human. But God, the creator of the universe, knows everything about you because He cares for you. The other reason, so part B, why this should be encouraging to you is if you're a child of God, if you're someone who believes in God, who has fallen in line with Jesus Christ, God is going to put you in situations that fit your skill set and fit your character to benefit you. Does that mean God's going to give you an easy street and allow you to sail through life very smoothly? No, because, again, it's our times of trials that build our character. It's a time of trials that make us better people. But just because you're in a time of trial doesn't mean that God doesn't care. And just because you're in a time of trial doesn't mean that He's not present. God may have allowed that situation to occur because he knew the benefits that would come out of that situation. And although you're focused on the present, you're focused on the self-pity, you're focused on the things that are wrong, you need to look up. And you need to look at why that's so important. I listened to a motivational speaker today. One of the things he said is talk about something that you have to do in the day. So I have to put my kids to bed every day. And he said change that word from have to get to. So instead of saying I have to put my kids to bed every day, it's I get to put my kids to bed every day. Because everything in life, trials, blessings, love, hate, all of it is really just about perspective. It's your perspective on the world. So if you look at it as I get to do that, I'm blessed to go grocery shopping. I get to go grocery shopping because I live in a country that allows me to choose between 10,000 different types of bread. That's really awesome. So I've gotten way over the 5-minute mark, so I got to get off of this. But the idea here is that just because God knows the choices you're going to make doesn't mean that he's choosing those for you. And he cares for you. He cares for you deeply. And because of that, he knows everything about you. And he's going to bless your life by putting you in circumstances that are going to benefit you, even if they seem hard at the time. Guys, if you disagree with me, please leave a comment below. If you hate on Christianity, go ahead and leave a comment below. Every comment promotes the video, so I truthfully don't mind. You're all created in the image of God, so I love you all, regardless of whether or not you hate me, so hate away if you have to. That's completely up to you. I'm still happy to engage in conversation. Please remember, if you like the video, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with somebody you know, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything in the future, and I love you guys. Please go out and encourage somebody else, because we live in a world that's full of anxiety, depression, grief, sadness. Be that light to the world. Be the reason why people want to show up to work. Be the reason why people want to show up to parties, because you are an encourager. Go out and encourage somebody else. And as always, guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.